Hi, this is Susan from Tailored Expressions. I just finished teaching a class on masking techniques. Everyone usually thinks about masking with building scenes or putting something on top or in something. I like to use masking to give borders and interest, like how did you do that? Like it gives some interest to your card. So I made this card that I really liked with the Here Comes the Sun stencil, and I wanted to share with you how I did that. I really love the Misty grid sheets. I use them a lot in my Misty, but I also use them a lot outside of my Misty. I take a little bit of whatever your tape runner is that you like to use, put just a smidge of it in the middle of my grid sheet, and then I use those lines. This is our stitched rectangle dies, and I'm going to line that up right with lines all the way around. All the way around this piece. It's our sugar cube, cut again, like I said, with the stitched rectangle, and put that down straight on my grid sheet. And then I'm going to take Post-it tape. Tailored Expressions sells this. It's just like a Post-it note, but in a tape roll. And I really like it because it is made out of paper, so it doesn't let any of the ink that might be on top of it get on your hands or go anywhere. I'm going to take that and I'm going to go around all four sides of this panel. These little squares are 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to take my Post-it tape and I'm going to line up right along the edge of that Post-it tape and go all the way around all four sides. So again, 1/4 of an inch on the top, just 1/4 of an inch off on the edge of that panel, all the way around. So then I have, it ends up being about, no, it isn't about, it is 3/4 of an inch masked off all around all four sides. And that will give me a distinctive, stark line for my stencil. Gives it some interest, like how did you do that type thing. Then I'm going to take my Here Comes the Sun stencil. Always use your stencil so that the etching is up looking at you. And I'm going to center that right so that the dot is in the middle of my opening. That little dot in the sun is in the middle of my opening. And I'm going to adhere that down. Just with some Post-it tape again. And I will take, these are clarity brushes, but you can use whatever form of whatever you like to use to apply your ink, but I love these clarity brushes. And then I always do one swipe off, and then I start brushing on. All the way around. And this is potato chip that I'm using. I'm gonna make it just a smidge darker by pulling in a little bit of pineapple. I'm going to use the same brush. I just kind of keep my brushes in a color family, so I'm going to use the yellows with this brush. Add just a little bit of pineapple over the top. Bring it in as heavy or as light as you like. Just gives it, if I just go from the center out, it gives it some dimension and interest to that stencil. Then my favorite part is to peel all of this off and reveal what you've put underneath. And this is what I love about masking, is gives you this clean edge, this clean line all the way around. I always like peeling back the tape and seeing what you get when it's all done and seeing how clean it looks. This is the finished card. And I went ahead and stamped and colored with Copics the little basket. And I used R83, R85, and BG32 and BG15 is what I colored my little basket with. And this little accordion heart die is something new from Tailored Expressions, and I really think it's cute. But in class today, I had quite a bit of questions about how it goes together, so I'm just going to show you really quickly. I had to cut 3 of the hearts out. This is out of saltwater taffy, and I put adhesive on the back of all of them, folded them, and you'll put 2 together, match up the hearts, and then you'll put 2 more together, match them up. And then the trick is to leave the back not together. And then you'll put them on the scalloped heart, which this one's cut out of Cookie Monster. You'll put them down on there. And if you use an odd number, like I picked 3, or you pick 5, the good part about doing that is if you go to mail this, when you put it on your card, you can lay this flat so it'll fit in the envelope. But that is my finished card, and I used You Make My Heart Soar as the stamp set, and that's also the saying that I used, but that's what that stamp set is from. And I hope you try it. I really love masking. I love the distinctive edge you get, and I just like that white space of how did you do that. So hope you try some masking and check this out. Hope you have a good day. Bye.